What is going on, folks? Just gonna allow Instagram to catch up here so we can press go live on Instagram. It's been a while since I've done one of these multi-platform lives. Don't mind Berta Proud Mom in the background. She's shipping merchandise. So until my podcast studio is ready, you get to join me at my kitchen table. That's what you guys get to do. Absolutely. So it's good to have all of you. Happy Friday. Snowing in Calgary, Alberta. It's snowing right now. But I wish all of you a happy Friday. I had to head to the city this morning for some things. Beat the snow on the way there. Definitely did not beat the snow on the way back. It's snowing quite a bit. Like I'm gonna have to shovel the old driveway. You know what I mean? So if you're a skier or a snowboarder, I'm sure you're gonna be happy about that. You guys can share the live out like always. We really do appreciate it. Um, we haven't been doing live streams that much. I was actually in northwestern Ontario for like 9 days. So I had to focus on what I was doing out there, but it's good to see each and every one of you. Let's see if we can check the comments out, make sure everybody is engaged and hanging out and doing the things. We have lots to talk about. Teacher here, keep up the good work on Instagram. Thank you, appreciate that. Return to Matt. Gives me the what's going on. Speaking of which, giving me the muscle emojis. I have to work out today. I have to work out. Resilience, strength, recovery says hi from shithole Guelph. I actually, back in the day, had a really good time in Guelph, Ontario. I'm not going to lie. We're not going to get into it, though. It's back when I was a drinker. Yeah, I had a good time there when I was there. So if you guys could share it out, I would absolutely appreciate it. If you guys can stick around, get involved in the comment section. I was on live with Chris and Carrie yesterday on their show last night. Actually, if you guys didn't see it, go check it out. What I really liked about theirs is they were in the comments. Like people were making comments. We lack that over on the BertaProudDad show. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, this is the time. I might not get to your comment right away, but we'll get to it eventually, and we can have little chats about it. There's some stuff that I want to talk about in regards to the teachers. Of course, we're going to do a little recap. We'll talk about the budget. We'll talk about crossing the floor. We'll talk about how unconstitutional. Well, it is constitutional, but how unconstitutional I feel that it might be. And then we'll talk about whatever it is you guys want to chat about after that. Give you kind of an open door policy with BertaProudDad.
Pro D Day on Monday. I wonder what they're going to learn.
Pro D on Monday. Yeah, I wonder what the teachers are going to be doing in their professional development day on Monday. I didn't know we had one. Mr. Jardell, thank you for everything you do with all the information to share with us. Unfortunately, we have no trustworthy news media. You're right. I'm going to become Premier of Vancouver Island, and if Alberta goes, we're coming. Oh, man. Well, Instagram, thank you for being here with me. And Graham Smith says, I'd love to see you dig up some dirt on Dominic LeBlanc. We'll look at it, Graham. Hey, Graham, look at that profile picture. What hat are you wearing there? Yeah, that's Drill Baby Drill. Awesome. Appreciate that. Joy M, I'm in BC and appreciate you. Thank you, Joy. Appreciate that. All right, well, let's go see what I have. So I'll do a quick recap of the teacher strike real quick here, guys. So if you remember this is from October 17th. This is when the teachers were going out and collecting donations on behalf, or the ATA was going out and collecting donations so teachers could eat and pay their bills. Well, we could have had the teachers in work. They could have been back at work, and we would have never had to do this if you guys just went to mediation and didn't hold students hostage. And that's exactly what happened. So I wanted to bring that up to you. And then we want to talk about the indoctrination as well, because that's truly why I'm doing this, is I do not want our kids being indoctrinated. I believe that the value and belief system happens in the home, and in the home, we are in control. So in my home, my wife and I, we decide the value and belief system that's in our house, right? People need to remember these kids, and we're going to move on to something like this, and it's going to blow your mind. And we've talked about it before, but we've got to remind you, these kids belong to us. We're the parents. We send them to you for you to do your job. You don't get to indoctrinate them. But the thing is we have to look at what is being thrown at the ATA every single day in their newsletters, for instance, right? The ATA magazine, we are here, nice little pride pin, right? A soy boy right on the cover, a very feminine man, right? This is what they're normalizing. They're normalizing this stuff, and this is what they're pushing. This is out of ATA newsletters. This is what they're giving the teachers, right? They're normalizing this stuff. So when a teacher goes and wants to indoctrinate your child, it's normal for them, right? They're desensitized to it. They don't even feel what they're doing is wrong until now. Until now, where we start holding them accountable, right? And this is what we're going to do. And I just wanted to give you guys, a quick update on Gil McGowan. You guys remember Gil McGowan? He is the president of the Alberta Federation of Labor, the largest union in advocacy organization, which represents more than 175,000 workers. Yeah, Gil McGowan. He's the guy that wants to topple the government. This is what he's saying to Alberta. So you guys got to remember that as well, right? So we're not too fond of Gil McGowan on the channel. Gil, you already know this though, because we're going to be exposing some shit with you too. So stay tuned. I don't care that you have 175,000 workers. I have over 600,000 supporters, right? And we're going to continue to call this out because it needs to be done. At this point, you guys can't actually be sitting here and saying, BertaProudDad, you need to stop with the teachers. We're not stopping. There's no way. We cannot logically or morally just move away from this. These teachers, not all of them, and I've said this before, I want the teachers that want to teach and don't want to indoctrinate to be able to do their job and not be silenced. It's facts. That's exactly what I want. That's what I want. And yesterday, I was asked, what's pushing you so hard to do this? Well, part of this is I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a taxpayer. I love my province, and I think the future of this province is in the hands of our youth, and we can't be indoctrinating and brainwashing them to do so, right? So, I want to remind you guys about this. And many of you have seen it, but you're going to see it again. This is a vote. Out of the ATA. Be it resolved that the association's default assumption be that the parent-child relationship is paramount/sacred, and that teachers will neither interfere with nor undermine that relationship. They voted that down. I'm going to say that again. They voted no to this. Be it resolved that the association's default assumption be that the parent-child relationship is paramount/sacred, and that teachers will neither interfere with nor undermine that relationship. Screenshot that. Do whatever it is you have to do with that, ladies and gentlemen. This needs to be shared. The ATA and the teachers absolutely believe that they are more paramount in your child's life than you as a parent. That right there is absolutely disgusting behavior, and we won't be having any of it. This is why I'm doing what we're doing. I'm protecting your children. I'm protecting Alberta's future. I'm protecting teachers that just want to teach, and I'm protecting my self-interest because I have a child in the school system, right? Maybe not for long though. We're currently in talks, her and I, and Berta Proud Mom, about pulling her out. And I need you guys to take that seriously. It's so serious, we're going to put it back up. I don't know how to put this to you guys any more clear. Be it resolved that the association's default assumption be that parent-child relationships is paramount/sacred, and that teachers will neither interfere with nor undermine that relationship. I'm going to be doing a video on this, and I encourage each and every one of you, when you see that video, to share that video. This is absolutely disgusting. This is absolutely wrong. And they just slid it in. Nobody knew about this until we start calling it out. So ask yourself, why is Berta Proud Mom and Berta Proud Dad, myself, getting so much hate and getting absolutely attacked on the internet, and them doxing us, and them trying to find our home, and them trying to find out where my daughter goes to school? Why is this happening? It's because we're exposing shit like that. We're exposing these things, and these things matter, and it should matter to parents, and we're not going to stop. So because we're exposing, right, because we're calling this out, the ATA has a perfect example, or a perfect opportunity to go to these teachers and say, hey, teachers, maybe we need to change our behavior. Maybe we need to act professionally online. We are governed by a code of conduct. We are governed by said code of conduct that tells us on and off duty. So your online experiences and what you post online you can be held accountable for that, whether you're working or whether you're at home. Teachers, it's time to be adults and grow up, and we need to govern ourselves accordingly. No, that's not what the ATA does. The ATA comes out and says, we have your back. Have you received notice of a complaint from the Alberta Teacher Profession Commission? Please contact us immediately. So in typical union fashion, I need some coffee for this, from my beautiful mug. In typical union fashion, the union has come out to protect the wrong people, right? The bad doers, the people who are misbehaving, the people that are causing shit. They've come out and said, hey, you know what? We got you. We got you. And so bad, I posted earlier, and I got posts to this. I haven't uploaded them. I'll get them on the screen eventually, maybe on a live tonight. In these private groups of teachers, they think it's private, but I have people sending me screenshots all day, every day from them. They're blaming me. They're saying, oh, this is because of BertaProudDad. They call me far right dad. They call me tyrannical dad. They call me BertaProudDad. They call me asshole dad. What was I told? Knocked out dad was the other one. We can go on with the list. But instead of changing the behavior of your teachers, instead of being, okay, guys, we are a professional entity and people look up to us and we're role models to students. No. Professional discipline at ata.ab.ca, and I suggest you all call 780-447-9460 and express to them that you think they should be protecting the actual people who need protection, because the proof is out there. They're blaming me. They're blaming BertaProudDad for them having to have this contact us immediately bullshit. And you might say, oh no, they're not. They're not upset, right? They don't even know who you are, BertaProudDad. They're not even worried about this. Well, one, why would you do that? And then two, let's pull this up on the screen. If you guys are interested, I don't know, maybe you are. This is right out of stuff given to the AT or to teachers yesterday. Teachers are absolutely scared. They're running scared right now. They don't know what to do. How will the local ATA ensure teachers have a safe and caring environment during this time? In particular, if conversations between teachers and students occur, the conversations is recorded and then posted on social media. Answer: teachers who experience this have to contact the provincial ATA to get a hold of the legal team that defends teachers when this sort of thing happens. It is legal in the province of Alberta to have this sort of conversation posted on social media. Principals have the authority to exercise discretion in handling the conduct of students in cases like these. If a teacher approaches a principal in such a case and they don't think the principal adhered to the CBE's policy, the teacher can appeal to the area director. So remember the whole no cell phones in classroom thing? I don't think it was about distraction. I think it was about kids not being able to record the gross misconduct of teachers, the disgusting attitude, the abuse, the indoctrination, the brainwashing of teachers. So much that teachers are coming out and saying, what happens if we're recorded and it hits social media? I don't want to swear. I'm trying to be better with this. They're scared. They're absolutely scared. So much that the ATA had to put this out. Right? So remember, folks, we'll show this again. We have your back. We've got your back. Don't change your behavior. Behavior doesn't matter. We got your back. And by the way, we know you're terrified about getting conversations recorded. So get those cell phones out of the classroom because of distraction, right? We're distracted. I don't know, guys. Send us some comments on this before we move back to onto something else. But I do want to hear what you guys have to say. So let me scroll up here on the comments. Stand by. This is out of the very playbook that was used in Germany. 100%. It's crap like this, how the ostrich farm that makes me ashamed to be Canadian. I agree with you. The video you did, separate the unions and associations. Absolutely. Make money on the backs of workers, yet they never side with the worker over clients. Good morning. Thank you for everything you do. I love that you're calling out these folks. You know what, Chantel? This is actually a very important piece to touch on, because the amount that my wife and I are getting attacked, it's almost like they, in their small brains, and we've realized now that these teachers have small brains, they think that we're lone wolves. They think that, if we attack them. It was told to me by a retired teacher that I should show up at a rally with 30,000 teachers. So what you're telling me is you need 30,000 of you to stand against me alone? Like, these people actually think I'm alone in this fight. We are far from it. We are far from alone. A lot of you people support this. A lot of you people just want your children to have a better education. And it's clear as day that the ATA, the NDP, and school boards do not want that to happen. So we will continue this. Remember when I told you guys that even after the teachers are long gone back at school, I will not quit until something changes? This is part of that. Now we have other stories we have to cover, but we are going to continue to cover this. This is not going to stop. We are going to continue this. So I promise you that. Jebediah, I want teachers to teach history, English, math, science, social studies. Everything I was taught asking my kid about their sexual feelings is not a teacher's job. That is my job as a parent. I think we all agree, buddy. I think we all agree. You know what? Here's the thing. If my child decides they're gay, they're gonna decide that on their own. They're gonna come home and they're gonna say, Dad, I'm gay. I'm gonna say, son or daughter, I love you. And then we're gonna move on, because I don't care. I want them to be healthy. I want them to be happy. I want them to have good careers. I want them to be able to be contributing members of society. I don't need some teacher at school indoctrinating them into thinking that they are something that they're not. And I don't know, that's just logical. That's just logical and adulting, I think. Right? Keep up the good work. Not the time to, not even close, buddy. It's not even close. Time to slow down. These teachers that voted against this is beyond disgusting. Yes, you're referring to the ATA voting and the motion basically saying that your rights as a parent do not matter. They want them. They want them rights. Truth, I want to take my children out of public school as well, because I cannot handle this education. And you know what? See qui. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hopefully you're French, because that sounds French, right? See qui. It's got to be French. I'm Francais. And I'm not making fun of you. I just got ADHD, and that shit happens sometimes. Yeah, and you know what? This is becoming more popular every single day. Every single day, parents are pulling their children out of school. And I'm getting those messages. In fact, I'm going to be getting people on the show that have decided to make that move. And not only that, have been homeschooling for 2, 3, 4 years. And there's definitely a difference. I even have a family out there that one of their kids goes to public school and the other kid is homeschooled. And it's like a social experiment. Without being a social experiment, you can tell which kid goes to public school. So why do we think that the ATA is against homeschooling? Right? Well, it's because it's government pushed. It's World Economic Forum pushed. Wait for my, hey, here's a big one. I'll drop it to you guys right now. I got a video coming out of a World Economic Forum speaker. He goes to Davos every year, who works at the high level of the ATA. That's coming out as well. So we're just continuing this. This is just going to go on forever, because the more we dig, the more shit comes out. I should not be in the classroom with children. I can't wrap my head around what they do. Yes, exactly. Good morning for doing all you do. You're stand-up man. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Socialist Agenda. Yep. Moving to Alberta in a few weeks. Really think, you know what, Celine, if you can do it, do it. Who's this? You know, if you weren't also useless and continue to advocate for the abdication of raising and educating your own children, this would be an issue. Unfortunately, the only thing you've been conditioned to know. So Crown Tuto or Tutto knows everything, right? I don't know. I've always been the believer of having discussions, and you know what? I'm an advocate of free speech and freedom of expression. You're totally free to come in and talk shit. But the thing is if you want people to get on your side, there's a way better way of doing it. This is just you walking in. What I picture is, if this was real life, you walk in with your nose in the air, your chest puffed out into a room, and I'm the only one that matters here. That's not a way to get people on side, my man. And you know what? You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to not agree with it. Okay, I got to scroll all the way down here. So yeah, here he is again. We'll give him some more here. He's the guy that knows everything about anything, so make sure you give him a follow. There you go, Crantudo. You got your, I don't know, 15 minutes of fame. These are the far right people we warn you guys about that are watched all the time. We got Kim says, happy belated birthday to your amazing wife. Yeah. We went to the Cattle Baron Steakhouse. And it was decent. I to be honest with you, I like the keg, but even the keg is getting a little bit more, I don't know, whatever. But we're going for dinner. I'm not going to say where we're going because I don't want to ruin my wife's family birthday. Because you know damn well that, imagine if I said where we were going and there'd be like teachers standing outside that restaurant.
I'll bring presents. It's fine.
Where are we? We're going to the Olive Garden on Sunday at 5:30 p.m. We'll see you guys there. So yeah, so we went through some of that. Let's go to our Instagram peeps because we love our Instagram peeps. Thank you so much. Keep going. Teachers have no hope. They're so far left. You know what, though? There's a lot of good teachers. There is. And I said this last night. The bad behavior teachers are probably 5%. But the problem is 35 to 40% of teachers are backing those bad behavior teachers who are doing it publicly. But I truly believe that there's a lot of teachers out there that just want to be left alone, but they're scared and they're pushed into a corner and they're bullied into silence. And we got to get at those teachers. We got to tell them there is a way, there is a platform, there is a message. We can help you. So reach out to me. And that is at whistleblower@BertaProudDad.com. So yeah, Instagram is kind of slow this morning, but whatever. Every property owner needs to go to YouTube, type in ITM property tax fraud. Okay, well, I'll take a look at that. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next stuff. I just want to say hi to everybody who's joining, everybody on X, everybody on YouTube, everybody on Facebook, and everybody on Instagram. We love you guys. We really do love you guys. Reginald Poppy. You're so no profile pic. You're a pathetic coward that lies to yourself about every aspect of your life and needs to defend your pathetic echo chamber because the truth would destroy you. Wife, Leslie, you live with me every day. Do I lie about every aspect of my life?
100%. You are very truthful on all aspects of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just choose hate on a Friday morning. It is what it is. Like,
well, they hate my message, but the biggest thing is they hate that I have people watching, right? So everything must be alive because their life sucks. And it's okay, man. It's okay, Reginald. Reach out to me. I got good mental health supports because, to be honest with you, I spent 20 years walking with the devil and I saved myself. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get you the mental health support that you need, buddy. And you just make sure you reach out to me. But first, it's probably better if you stop hiding on social media and do it with your real account. Okay? So have yourself a wonderful day. Be blessed. Remember, God loves you, but I don't. Okay? So let's just remember that part. Oh, let's keep on moving, folks. Let's keep on moving. Some people need drama. You're right. You're right. You're right. They do. The government murder of birds in BC was a last straw for me. 100%. 100%. It was a last straw for a lot of people. Forgot to say congrats on. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate that. We appreciate what you and Berta Proud Mom are doing. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we got to go back to this. Okay, so I want to talk about this. So this is Heather McPherson, a Liberal member of Parliament. Her this is probably like 2.5 hours ago now. I visited the Muslim Welfare Canada Food Bank in Toronto. This is an incredible organization helping families put food on the table and reminding us what real community looks like. No one should go hungry in a country as wealthy as Canada. Okay, let's do this with a straight face, composure. No one should go hungry in a country as wealthy as Canada. If you are able, please support this excellent organization by visiting. This is how brainwashed, indoctrinated, and how many sheep there are out there. You voted for this. If you are a Liberal voter, You voted for, and then you have Heather McPherson trying to get you to donate because people are hungry. Heather McPherson, Liberal MP, it's because of you. It's because of your party. It's because the last decade that people are starving in this country. You are a hypocrite. You are a loser. And you literally do not deserve to be able to ask people for donations when you are the same person who is detrimental to this country. It is disgusting when you watch liberals like Heather McPherson come out and gaslight her supporters and her base and basically say nobody should go hungry in a country as wealthy as Canada. Hey, McFly or Heather, Canada's not wealthy. Have you seen the debt? The budget? Are we going to talk about that? Or are we just not going to talk about that? Insane. This is insanity, ladies and gentlemen, on full display for all of you to see. Heather McPherson, this is disgusting. Take some accountability. But this is the thing. This is liberalism. Liberalism has to, well, we've really messed up. We've really done some bad things in the country, and we've really made life more unaffordable for Canadians. So we can't take accountability to that. So we just have to skirt the issue, pretend it didn't happen, and go out and be like, nobody should ever go hungry. And yeah, this is why I exist. Just like with the teachers, the hypocrisy. A lot of teachers are leftists. So the behavior is normal, right? The behavior is absolutely normal. I just needed to point that out. I needed to point that out to each and every one of you guys because it's insane. Go wish Heather McPherson a wonderful weekend and tell her how much of a coward and a hypocrite she is and the fact that she's gaslighting her base. That would be great. Coffee's hitting different this morning, guys. It truly is. So we'll go to the comment section about this. Isn't her riding in Edmonton? I believe it is, Cora. I believe it is. People need to stand together and vote out these effing liberals. That's the problem, is people don't vote, Denise. You know, if conservatives went out and voted, we would never have a liberal government again. We wouldn't. But we work for a living. So there's a lot of them that are complacent, or they just think they can't, or it might be whatever it is, or they follow the far right propaganda and they're like, do not mail in vote. Like, just go vote, please. Just go vote. They lied about COVID, so we're absolutely. Food banks are not a good thing. No, they're not. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so that's all we got for that. Denise says again, hey, thanks you and your wife for staying strong. For those who don't know how to act with all the corruption going on, please keep up the good work. 100%, Denise. And you know what? I have my moments, right? Like, I have my moments where I need to scale back a little bit because I am very passionate about the stuff that I believe in. And, you know, I go off the deep end a little bit, but I've never moved myself into the type of person that's like, hey, this is this person and you need to go destroy them. This is their address, go cause them harm. I do not want harm. But speaking of not wanting harm, I want to bring this up because it was brought up after the show we had last night. Chris, Carrie, and myself were just discussing and chatting. So they've come out and labeled me as a convicted child sexual predator. The teacher side has. So I got my criminal record check coming. It's false, right? It's obviously false. I have security clearance. I have certain things that do with other aspects of my life that it would be absolutely impossible for me to have those documentation if I was convicted anything. They said, you know why they do that, right? And I was like, why? They want someone to kill you. So if they label you as something, then they dehumanize you. And then hopefully somebody out there will be like, this guy's a fucking whatever without doing their research. And then they'll kill me. This is what they do. It's crazy. And I never even thought about it like that. But that's exactly what they want. And I think about it. If I died today, there would be people cheering. If any of those teachers died today, I would be mourning them. I would not cheer. This is why we are not the same. This is why on our side we have a moral compass. And we just want reality to be reality again. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I've never wished for harm on anybody. I've never harassed anybody. And I don't ever want anything bad to happen to anybody. But can't be said for them. Eh? It can't be said for them. It's disgusting behavior. I don't like it, but it's part of it. It's part of what we do here on a daily basis. And I've become accustomed to understanding that not everybody's going to like me. No matter what, you can go watch a kid playing with their cat on TikTok and there'll be hate in the comments. You can watch a grandma knitting socks on TikTok or Facebook. And, oh, don't worry, Bet Ann, there's things happening. Don't worry. Don't worry. Absolutely. And you can go and watch any type of video, not political, and there will be haters in the comments. Right? And that's kind of what I try to tell people is no matter what you put out there on a daily basis, there's always going to be people who hate it, who don't like it. So that's why I don't care. I don't care that these teachers are trying to ruin my reputation. What reputation, right? I put out what I put out, and people either like it or don't like it. But I said this yesterday. What is their end game? What's your end game? Do you honestly think that you're going to be able to lie about me to the tune of 600 plus thousand people to have them not support me? No. Because every lie you put out there, I'll just prove wrong. If you are a person and you see rumors about me, whistleblower at BertaProudDad.com. Let's address it together, face to face. I have nothing to hide. Since I got sober, and I came out and said, hey guys, I had a drug and alcohol problem, I don't live a lie. There's no lie to live. So I will be transparent and honest because I have nothing to hide. There's no dirt to dig up on me. It's not there. So I'm going to continue to do what I do on a daily basis. Right? Like, let's remember what we're after here. We're after people like this. Like, that's Gil McGowan. The guy literally represents 175,000 people. And this is how he acts in public. You kidding me? Let's remind you guys, because if you hadn't seen it, let's remind you. The ATA voted on this. Be it resolved that the association default assumption be that the parent-child relationship is paramount/sacred and that teachers will neither interfere with nor undermine that relationship. They voted that down. They want to be able to undermine the relationship with your child, right? So they've got lots of complaints coming, so they want to protect them. Instead of changing the behavior, they want to protect these teachers instead. So much that teachers are terrified that conversations are going to be recorded and put on social media. Maybe stop acting like jackasses. Like, have we ever thought of that? Oh, wow. Maybe, just maybe, if I change my behavior, things would be okay. It's insane, folks. It's absolutely insane. Yes, BertaProud Mom?
What I don't understand is if all of a sudden your neighbor that you don't know very well starts showing some interest in your child and telling them to not tell their parents certain things, are you going to be okay with that?
Yeah, exactly.
So
and this
why
is
it okay for teachers to do it?
exactly.
You wouldn't let your neighbor you barely know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's true. Teachers every day are saying don't tell your parents, and it's disgusting behavior. We have there's no place for it. No place. Well, folks, what do you think? So, shameless plug time, because the teachers that like to call me a grifter. That's only available till November 20th. We have 2 to choose from. You can take my cookies, but not my voice. That one's awesome. Then we got How Carney Stole Christmas. Those are only available till November 20th, and then they're going away because we want you to be able to enjoy those for the Christmas season. BertaProudDad.com. You guys know where to find them. These are going to be collector's items. Every year, we're going to come out with a new t-shirt design, and hopefully you pick them up every year. November 20th, they're gone. This is not going to be like the elbows down, ass up shirt. This is going to be November 20th. They're off the website. We're finished with them. Many of you went and got them now for your ugly Christmas sweater parties. They're going to be hits. I know a family that got a bunch for their family photos for their Christmas cards. Awesome. They ordered 10 of them. And just know that we are going to continue doing this because wear your opinion on your sleeve. It actually does matter. So Al Carney stole Christmas. And he really did with this new budget. He absolutely did. So I just want to remind you guys to go and support the channel. Go help us out. BertaProudDad.com. We absolutely appreciate the support as always. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.